Hi, welcome to Trading with TK, teaching you to turn ideas into money. We're at www.tradingwithtk.com. Today is Tuesday, December 16th. Well, I think today was an important day. Why? Because today marked the turning point of the backing and filling, as I've been calling it, or consolidation, if you will, for the last 4 or 5 days. No, it got boring. I talked about that yesterday, but today was a key turning point, and I think it leaves in place the low that was made 2 days ago. Will probably stand as our low until we make another higher high. Now, indicator overbought. I know it was overbought a little bit early, but you know it does that sometimes. I had a little help from the Fed today, but we've got enough forward momentum going in the market where the Dow now can pull back and maybe test yesterday's low for a brief period of time to get that indicator back down to an oversold condition, and then we can turn the corner and make some more progress on the upside. That's how I see it. But all in all, to me it was a key day because, like I said, it marks the turning point of the backing and filling period. We'll talk more about it when we look at the major indexes in our final segment. I'll show you exactly what I expect to happen. One thing I do expect, I don't expect this market to take off and go up the same way it came down. It came down in clips of $1 a day, $1 here, $1 there. It's going to go back up in pennies. It's going to be a slow, grinding, upward movement. I don't see any big moves on the upside. For the most part, you'll have your news items here and there that'll push the stock up quickly. But for the most part, I think it's going to be a slow, grinding, upward movement. Okay, I have another idea for you tomorrow. Another stock on the long side. The stock is VSH. It's a chip company. So we'll take a look at that. I'll show you how we're going to take that idea and turn it into some money. And then we'll take a look at all the major indexes. So I'll be right back. Okay, we're taking a look at VSH. This is a daily bar chart, and this is a call on the long side. And this stock traded $1.7 million today, so it's pretty active, good volume, very liquid. One of these stocks that's a cheap stock where you can buy a decent sized position. Okay, this is a call on the long side. I'm looking to buy it tomorrow, right around where it closed, 394. I'm not looking for it to pull back at all tomorrow. I did that today. As a matter of fact, you may have to chase it just a wee bit. You may have to pay up a dime or something, a nickel or something like that to get it. Target on the upside, $6.80. That's our first target. I do believe it's going to go a lot higher. I believe it's going back up to $9.70, the old high. But one step at a time, this will be our first target. We can re-enter it at a later time. Sell stop in case it doesn't work. The stock closes below this level right here, which is $3.48. What do I see? Why do I like it? Those of you who know me already know. We've got a great looking ascending triangle going here. Hasn't quite broken out yet, but it certainly is set up to do that. We also have a little bit of a breakout, pullback, and go scenario here also. Although the pullback is quite long. It's this whole pattern is the pullback. But I think it's set up to make a good move here. All right, let's recap this. This is VSH. It's a call on the long side, and depending on where we buy it, we could probably make ourselves close to $3 on that trade. Okay, so let's go take a look at the major indexes, and I'll show you what I expect to happen over the next couple of days. Okay, we have a daily bar chart of the Dow Jones. This is today's action, and why I said it's an important day is that it finally marks the turning point of this backing and filling period, and I believe that this will continue to be the low for this pullback for the very near future. What I do expect, though, is I wouldn't rule out the fact that the market could come back down and test this low today. I say that because my indicator is quite overbought and it needs to come down. So we may come down somewhere into this area before we start back up again. But I believe that this low will stay as the low for quite a while. I say that because this is what we've been looking for. For those of you who may have been missing a couple of my videos, a low, a high, a higher low, a higher high, and I said yesterday that I expect somewhere down in here that this low will be higher than this low, and then we will move higher and we will move above this old high. So we're going to have a series of a low, a high, a higher low, a higher high, a higher low, a higher high, a higher low, a higher high, so on and so forth. So that's my view. We were also looking at the fact that this is still building the right shoulder of a reverse head and shoulders. This being the left shoulder, this being the head, and we're still building this right shoulder. But while we're doing it, we're also making technical progress with these higher highs and higher lows along the way. All right, well, let's go check out some of the other indexes. Okay, here's the Russell 2000. This is today's action. We don't have a reverse head and shoulders, but we do have the low, the higher high, the higher low, the higher high. Now we have a higher low, and we're getting ready to break out of this. I also want to point out that even though we don't have a reverse head and shoulders pattern, but we do have an ascending triangle, which is a bullish pattern. And I believe maybe after a little bit of a pullback in this, within a day or two, we're going to break out to the upside. Let's move along. And finally, the QQQQs, which is the top 100 NASDAQ stocks, also has this ascending triangle look. You know, we have the high, we have a higher low, we have a higher high, higher low, and so on and so forth. I also believe after a minor pullback, I do believe sometime this week we will get through this and we will record our higher high, and that process will continue. That's why I said I don't expect this market to run away on the upside. I think it's going to be a slow grinding, step-by-step, higher high, pullback, higher high, pullback, and so on and so forth. Okay, so that's my view of the market. Till tomorrow, this is TK signing off.